I had the realization that you can get less than 200 users to activate into your product, and you'll make more MRR than chasing 1,000 free signups into your software. Now, my name is Fikri, and I break down SaaS products in with the intention to make them more money. Check out my YouTube channel. This whole YouTube channel in itself is my portfolio, and you can check out the UI breakdown, the UI UX breakdown, the products that I work with, and yeah, I hope that gives you some social proof. And I know the shit that I'm talking about, so listen up. This video is gonna be very interesting, and this is all the shit that founders would obsess on, which is shit like, creating a new feature, improving your landing page, LinkedIn content, X content, YouTube content, cold emails and ad campaigns and all this stuff of shit. Now the point is, there are dozens of ways to make SaaS, and this is just to name a few, right? There's like way more things. These are just the things that came out to my mind. And you could pull every lever here, like work 60, 70, 80 hours per week and burn yourself out trying to chase new customers into your product. And to be fair, sure, these things that I've mentioned is important. Marketing is indeed a very, very important thing, and I'm not neglecting distribution. To be fair, it's actually the opposite. I would even say that distribution is your second obligation right after you ship your product. So I mean, if you're a technical founder, market yourself, all right? So yeah, marketing is not a problem here. I'm not here to talk about it. That's like a whole nother can of worms. I'm here to talk about if you don't know how to convert and make your users stick around, you're basically bringing traffic into a leaky bucket. That's basically the same thing as imagine you cold approach a beautiful woman you found in a cafe. Then there's chemistry going on. You both can actually like get along, and then once you actually start to date, slowly eventually the girl starts to lose interest in you, and then she starts to ghost you, and then that's it, she blocks you on Instagram and all that, right? But so okay, a weird analogy, but yeah, you kind of get what I mean. You're bringing traffic into a leaky bucket if you don't prioritize conversion and retention. And this is basically to give you more illustration. This is the sort of the simple cute diagram that I created. Is imagine this: you do distribution, for your software, and then you're getting users to sign up. You getting plenty of signups, hundreds to 200, maybe thousands of signups every single month. And so they get into your free plan, regardless that being a freemium or a free trial. And then there's three things that happen. Either they get to the paywall if you're fortunate, or maybe there's a leak going on. Maybe users don't actually convert. They get into your free plan, but they don't understand the value, so they will just quit during the free plan. Or if let's say they do end up passing the paywall, they insert the credit card, boom, blah blah blah. But then that also brings another leak, and that is after a month, after 2 months, churns happen. So they just quit regardless. And so there's two pathways you can actually go for here. And that is you could go all in into the all sales growth strategy, and that is to throw money in ads, to hire SDRs, to scale outreach, whatever method that you're doing, and rely completely on external channels to bring revenue. Or the alternative is that you can double down into this one thing that makes you more MRR with only around 200, 100 paying users or less, more than 1,000 free signups. Because the thing is, you already have users. So why not make money from the users that you already brought in? So the thing is, you already have users, which means that you're already squeezing the lemon. So why not get the twice amount of juice with the same squeeze, if that makes sense? And you do this, if you to do this, you're basically increasing your lifetime value. You're getting free users to convert into paying customer. You're reducing churn, and you're making them staying longer, and your users can actually use what they pay for. And these four bullet points are all a symptom of this one thing that I was talking about, and that is product-led activation. This is basically the growth strategy where your product in itself does the work in terms of activating your users, converting them, and retaining them, which means that you're only solely relying on your product in itself to do these three things. You're not relying on fucking SDRs, on ads, or other outside things. You're relying on the product in itself. And so you don't have to solely rely on ads or emails when you can trust your product experience in itself to turn new signups into paying and loyal customers here. That's the keyword. You want fucking paying and loyal customers, hence making you more MRR. And you see, when products were to follow the product-led activation strategy, here's what happens. Users would convert into paid at the 3x of the rate. users stick around 5 times longer, which means that there's lower churn. Your users will upgrade to a higher tier plan, more of the premium plan. Your customer acquisition cost would drop back, and now your ads can actually be profitable because you have actually built a product that is sustainable for to carry users, which means that there's no leak in your product. And once you have all of this in place, like all of this, um, activating users, converting them, and retaining them just by your product, this is when you can go all in into distribution, because that's the mistake that people make is you once you ship your product, you just go straight into distribution. But then the issue is that, have you already optimized your product? Is your product eligible to activate users, to convert them, and to retain them importantly? Because if not, then I would highly suggest you to follow the product led activation here. That is the gap that you have. And that is the reason why, maybe let's say you're getting hundreds of signups into your product every single month, but then you realize that, why are you stuck at a certain position and why are you not growing? So this is the mistake that founders make, and I want you to avoid this mental gooning trap. This is the trap. All right, here is those who obsess over distraction metrics, like the urge to build another product, which is just a shiny object syndrome. Really, I don't know why founders do that. I've seen so many guys on Twitter, like your in your bio you already have like one, two products, three product, and then suddenly you decided, oh, okay, I'm just gonna create a new product. And speaking of tweets, the same thing with like obsessing over wanting to go for a viral tweet. And that also leads to the distraction of wanting to hit X amount of followers on X. Which, dude, like at this point in age, like your follower count on Twitter doesn't really matter. Like I know this because, like, dude, you can visit my Twitter page. I have like what, like 40 followers on Twitter. I still manage to sign clients, software clients. Most software founders would rather see a thousand signups this week rather than 50 activated users. Why? Because the sign up rate graph, your Stripe dashboard looks more sexier. It feels like progress. The keyword here is that it feels like you're moving progress. And then meanwhile, the founder who are actually obsessed with getting paid customers to fully activate, regardless if it's only 50 or 100, dude, their customer acquisition cost is half of yours and their lifetime value is way longer than yours. So here's what I want you to understand. Every sign up that doesn't activate is waste CAC, and every free user who churns before paying for your product is failed return on investment here. So you think that the problem is you don't have enough traffic, so then you decide to add more channels like posting on LinkedIn, running cold email campaigns, doing paid ads, doing affiliates, or this bunch of like whatever creative random stuff that people are doing these days. Which, these are not a problem. Like I said, like all of these things, they do work, right? When it comes to distribution channels, LinkedIn works, cold email works, paid ad works, affiliate works, creating content on Reddit or Twitter, they all work. But that is not the problem. The problem here again is that you're bringing new customers into a product with broken systems. What you need is not more signups. You just need to fix why the ones that you have, the users that you have, why aren't they converting? Why aren't they activating as they should right now? So the key note here is that if you to fix conversion, activation, and retention first, then every growth channel that you bring will become profitable. All these things, like all these efforts that you try her, LinkedIn, cold email, paid ads, affiliates, I mean, don't get me wrong, like some of these are better than the other. Also that depends on your niche. For example, like, so for some of you, affiliates may be dog shit. Some of you, like, paid ads may be better than cold email. But the point is, main fucking point is that if you to fix these three metrics, your conversion, your activation, and your retention, every growth channel that you decide to work on will become profitable. Your ads will work better. Your content, whatever content that you post out, will convert higher. And the result of that is that your trial to paid rate would be higher. But if you to scale distribution on a broken product experience, then I mean, that leads to the same problem that I was talking about here. You're basically just bringing in new customers into a product with broken systems. Broken systems result in broken product experience. So the priority for you right now is that you don't really need a thousands of signups this month. What you truly need is maybe 100, 200 of your users who actually experience the value of product and stick around to pay for it. Like the cliche saying, quality over quantity here. So stop chasing these distracting metrics and stop obsessing over activation, conversion, and retention and follow the product-led activation strategy. So do that, and dude, I'm telling you, your MRR graph will completely look different in a span of 90 to 120 days. So if you want to convert and activate more users, and if you want to follow the product-led activation and run the actual framework into your product, because believe it or not, this is just me talking about the problem. I'm not really talking about the solution yet. Then right under the video of this description, wait, under the description of this video is my VSL page where you can watch the video and then you can book on a free one-on-one call with me and we can talk to each other and we can make money together because I only make money if you make money and I can only make money if I give you some real value. So watch the video in the link, book on a call, see if we were a good fit, and yeah, see you there.